They say, behold, we bring you good news of great joy. For unto you this day has been born in the city of David in Bethlehem, a Savior who is Christ the Lord. And then they said this, and this is going to be a sign for you. Here's how you're going to find him. You're going to find a baby wrapped in swaddling clothes and lying in a manger. And the shepherds would have been like, a baby? A baby? It's like, yeah, a baby. And you know why they would have been a little bit confused? Because guess what shepherds did? At the time of year when they would stay up all night with their sheep, it would be in calving time when they were having babies. And what shepherds would do as they were preparing for later that year on the Day of Atonement, they were looking for perfect spotless lambs to prepare them to be sacrificed in Jerusalem. And so when the mama sheep would have the babies, the ones that didn't make the cut, they would call those out. But for the perfect spotless lambs, they would grab them, and guess what they would do? They would swaddle them in clothes. You know why? You mamas know what this is about. Remember when you had a baby at the hospital? And then you know, they put them in that little thing that keeps the fries warm enough for a while, and then when they're room temperature or whatever, they get them, and what do? They swaddle them up. Why? Because they'll like scratch their face with their little crazy fingernails. Well, this is what would happen. If you find this perfect spotless lamb, you didn't want him to get banged up. You didn't want him to like chew his fur off, that kind of stuff. And so they would swaddle him, and they didn't want to put him on the ground so he'd get stepped on or get muddy or get dirty. So that what they would do is they would often put him in a feeding trough, which is called a manger. And so the shepherds would put the sacrificial lamb in swaddled clothes in a manger.